Good morning. Today we are going to be working on storyboarding mostly, and hopefully you will get to the point where you are actually shooting your videos, and that is this stage. Okay, so storyboarding. This is the phase where you take all of the elements of your video and you put them in one place. So you're talking about several different things, but before we get into that, you need to know what camera angles are. Camera angles are designed to make the viewer feel a certain way, like an angle from above. You know, the camera is shining down on the subject. It makes them seem weak, submissive, small, kind of lesser or intimidated. But an angle from below, so like the camera's below the subject, it makes the subject seem intimidating, like a boss or a bad guy or something. You could also use it on a good guy, I guess. A majestic scene with Superman and his cape floating in the breeze. I don't know, whatever. When you are actually shooting the shot, you need to be aware of the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is when you split the frame into 9 equal sections, and I apologize, my drawing is not exactly 9 equal ones. This is a little bit fat, I get that, but you want to have your focus on one of these intersections here, one of the red circles, okay? And if it's a subject, you want to have a leading look, okay? So the focus right here would be on my face, and I'm looking towards the flag, right? A leading look is when you've got 2/3 on the side where the subject is looking, right? This is what you don't want to do in your shot composition. Okay, so right here, it doesn't use the rule of thirds. Nothing that we want to focus on is under the red circles, and it doesn't have a leading look. I'm just looking right at the camera. Okay, it's not to say you can't do that ever, but it's just better practice to have leading looks and use focus. This one has a leading look. There's no focus, right? This one has a focus, but the leading look is pointed the wrong way. Okay, so if I'm on this third, then I should be looking over here. So different shot styles that you could do. As you look at these, think about how they make you feel. Okay, an establishing shot is essentially like, where is this story taking place, right? It's wide, it's from far away, not low or high angle, it's just kind of a level angle. A low angle, again, you kind of feel intimidated by the subject. This is just general scenes. A lot of newscasters use this. High angle, oh, I'm small and intimidated. Medium shot, just it's up to you, like how you want to use these. Dutch angle is kind of a kind of shock and awe. Close up, over the shoulder, extreme close up, and 2-shot. Now keep in mind that you can transition really quickly between your shots in post-production. So as you're shooting the video, you're not necessarily going to know exactly how this looks. That's why storyboarding is so important, so you can be planning what you want it to look like in your head. And I'm going to apologize in advance, because every time you watch a movie from now on, you are going to be paying attention to what a single shot captures and transitions between those shots. But hey, maybe you'll get better at producing your own videos, and some of you might go on and produce some really good YouTube videos, or even go into movie production. Who knows? So your storyboard, again, is the collection of all the elements of the story in one place: the visual, the auditory, and the dialogue. It includes your location. Now this is important for like when you have a crew and you need to communicate. Okay, we're going to go over to the old school building, wherever, you might have an address. Also the shot style, the music, this is for post-production, sound effects, whether a shot is and sound effects might also have a timestamp. Whether a shot is a video or a still image, because yes, they do make claymation, they make stop motion, things like that. What props are needed, your dialogue, voiceover narration, and your text. Now keep in mind that this process is similar to the process used by professionals, and if a director is directing a story, he can't do everything himself, and so this is a way to communicate like what props need to be brought, where a shot is going to be shot, and for the cameraman, the shot style and post-production, again, all these elements. Oh shoot. Okay, so this is an example of the second. Let's see, why did it not load here? Okay, so this is your first storyboard page. Okay, these are the student names, right? Margaret King that did this 9-sentence story example. The balloon. So if you remember our example of 9-sentence story about the balloon being lost, right? So this is their establishing shot. They're walking down a road. It's video. There is some music. Now normally you would write what music or the name of the track right here. What props are needed? A balloon and a box. There's a box right there. And this is your silent, there's no dialogue, right? Because this is the same project that I'm having you guys do. Okay, again, the second, notice it says 2 of 8, right? So we can get an order of the shots here. Okay, and close up. Again, oh no, the balloon is up here. Notice how these change, and then so you can see how the story takes place. And these are all video, and so essentially you're drawing the first frame or something like that. Okay, so here's your assignment. Using your 9-sentence story and what you've just learned about shot styles and storyboarding, you're going to create a storyboard for the movie that you will shoot footage for. So remember that your movie has no dialogue. Okay, there's no actual talking between characters. The finished movie time is between 30 and 60 seconds. That's post-production. That doesn't mean you're going to shoot only 30 to 60 seconds. No. You'll want to shoot more footage so that when you are editing that footage, you have a lot to work with and you can chisel it down to exactly what you want. You can use music and sound effects, so you could start looking for those things if you wanted to, but it's not super essential right now, because honestly you'll be looking for sound effects and music in post-production. But if you have something in mind, please put it on the storyboard. And I want you to think about the props, costumes, location, scenery, acting, and lighting available to you. If there's snow on the ground where you live and you plan on shooting your video there, consider that. It's going to be really bright, right? And consider how the snow could play a part in your story, because if you'll notice, this story isn't exactly the way their 9-sentence story was. There are some changes. For example, only one person has a balloon, but their 9-sentence story has there were 2 balloons, one of each, right? and there is no jumping up and down either. They just set a box and get the balloon, right? And I do want you to use a variety of shot styles, close up, far away, establishing shot, low angle, high angle. Also think about panning and zooming in and zooming out, things like that. Okay, that is it. Sorry for the long video. Yeah, good luck.